Viewers. Well, it's been a busy week on the website over the past week. Last week I made a blog, my weekly blog, but unfortunately, and the week before, but unfortunately didn't have time to get it up. It takes time to edit sometimes, and we had all the Project Cars stuff come through, and that took a lot of time, but it's been pretty busy. Just going back over some of the things we've seen recently, of course we've seen WRC 5 announced. You'll see the trailer on the channel for that. At the moment, it's not necessarily blowing me away at the moment visually, but we'll wait to see what they come up with. It all depends on how it plays at the end of the day. Will it have nice expansive rally stages? Who knows, but we'll report on it, do our best to get a hold of it. Whatever, you'll see some video content hopefully in the months ahead. Also, Sebastian Loeb Rally's been announced. Looks fantastic in the screenshots there, a milestone game, but they're certainly working on the visuals. They were making good progress with WRC, really. I mean, I think from WRC 3 onwards, it was certainly improving, but 4 years into a franchise, you don't get forever to deliver a top-ranked rally game. Perhaps it was just down to licensing. Either way, Sebastian Loeb Rally really does look very nice. Standout trees as well. Love some good trees, love some good grass. Looks very nice. Look forward to seeing more on that in the months ahead. Of course, for Milestone as well, we've had the new ride trailers recently come up on the channel. Leaving it quite late. I mean, we haven't had any proper gameplay yet. Nothing on the horizon at the moment. We've not seen any actual proper race gameplay either. I mean, we're seeing one bike on one course in the recent trailers, and you can see here, that to me at the moment the frame rate looks quite low, and the track surface looks lacking. The environments in general look quite sterile, and so it seems like it does need a lot of work. A lot of the work's going into the bike and the rider, but not so much in terms of the background yet. And it seems like they need a lot of work in terms of the levels and the texturing. So let's hope Milestone can put together a solid game and don't just rush it out the door. It does look a little bit concerning at the moment, but you never know. We'll keep an eye on it, and as ever, you can look forward to some gameplay at a later date. Of course, elsewhere, we've had the new downloads for Drive Club. Looking good there as well. Nice to see they're supporting the title well, and news that the new Need for Speed No Limits will be limited by microtransactions. A link to those articles are seen below this video here today. But of course, the big news on the channel over the past week has been the Project Cars. Great to see a video actually, getting some views on the channel again. It's been a while since we've had a big video on the channel these days. But I still like to, it's nice to just get something out there now and again and get those views back. And I'm glad you've all enjoyed it and enjoyed the feedback. I look forward to that. I think it's a really exciting time for racing gamers at the moment. Somebody was talking to me about Project Cars recently, and, I consider it quite an important title for consoles, and I consider it important because we don't get many simulators on the home consoles. And a few years ago we had Race Pro. A lot of us looking forward to Race Pro. It wasn't complete. It had rubbish graphics. It played great. Had some amazing races on it. Good fun. On the Xbox 360, but then my game save, one of the bugs was you lose your game save, and I lost that and kind of lost interest in the game after that. So then everybody looked at the market and said, oh well, look, the simulator didn't do very well, we'll just put arcade games onto consoles. That's what console gamers want. It's kind of dictated. I would say to people at the time, well, hang on a minute, the two biggest racing games, if you say, are Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport, and they're both the closest to simulation you're going to get. There's a whole part of the market that's not being satisfied here. When you look at Gran Turismo, or say Project Cars, we take Project Cars, it's a simulator forging a new area in a new part of the market. It's going to educate gamers in a new aspect of racing games. That's important. It's important that we grow that part of the racing market as well. I hope that if it's successful, it ushers a door for other sims to come onto the market as well and really grow that sector. So it's not just the sole domain of the PC. These games do make their way onto the console market because there is a market there. But we have to wait and see on that one. It all depends on the success of Project Cars and, how it does in comparison to, say, Drive Club that's already out on the system. But one would have to think that with very few driving games coming out for the months ahead, that there's certainly an opportunity for both titles to do well. But that's it from me for now. As I say, we've been catching up on lots of stuff. We've now put the Discuss system on the website, so if you've ever used Discuss on different forums before, we now have it on the TeamView website due to popular demand. Please do comment on the articles and get involved there. It means a lot to us. In terms of what we produce, in terms of content, it's critical for us that we get people involved and interacting with us on the site, because without that, we wouldn't get the access. Without the access, we wouldn't get the content. So very important. If you like the content that we produce, do come on there, say hello and get involved. And a final announcement for this week as well is we've got a second YouTuber coming on board, Andre Harrison. Loves his racing games, loves his Formula One, and he's currently setting up his page as well. And you can see his page, that's also linked in the description there as well. And we'll begin building that up over time. So there'll be him and Steve, and we're talking to other YouTubers now, gradually getting them involved. Once we have this up and running, we're going to roll it out so that anyone with a YouTube channel in terms of racing can set something up on the site as well. At least that's the plan for the future, but we'll wait and see how it goes. It's coming along now, and certainly it'd be great to have Andre on board. So that's it from me for now for this little blog. I'm going to get back now to editing, getting on with lots of other stuff, and there'll be more from me very soon.